So Utopia, we believe knowledge is power. My name is Lou Robertson. I am going to empower you through knowledge and motivation, and I am not a professor. Let's get to learning. And in today's video, we are finally getting to the subject of the Virgo. I personally am a Virgo, and so I've been nervous to make these videos because I don't want to seem biased or, like I'm just self-deprecating. But we are finally here, and today we are actually talking about the Virgo male. And on this channel, we have the playlist Astrology 101, where we have videos on the males, the females, and how to get them to fall in love with you on all of the signs. So definitely check that out if you're interested. And also subscribe for more empowering and motivational knowledge-filled content. With that being said, the Virgo stereotype is, of course, the nerd. I mean, yeah, I too dabble in the nerdiness. When you first meet a Virgo guy, what hits you is often that he's very reserved and shy and almost a little cold and intimidating, but that is his shell. And then as you get to know him, you'll see that he's actually very funny and super loyal. Unless you cross him, because Virgos, oh my god, Virgos are so petty. There are like a bunch of memes of Virgos being like, the memes like, oh, don't be so quick to cut people off. And Virgos like, snip, snip. So definitely watch out for the pettiness. But yeah, Virgos are actually very funny in a super sarcastic and dry way most of the time. And also super loyal and caring, and they really place their loved ones over themselves. But at first glance, yeah, they can seem very reserved and shy and just cold and calculating. And as a nerd, they are of course very introverted. They live a lot in their head. They are definitely thoughts over feelings. In general, they're like learning. They're like knowledge is power, and they care a lot about the results in school, and they have their specific hobbies and interests, and they don't necessarily need people as much as a lot of the other signs. They're very content with just being by themselves. And a thing with the Virgos that can be honestly good or bad or all of the above is that they are critics and perfectionists, and yes, control freaks. If you're going in for it with a Virgo guy, just expect that he really organizes his fridge. I feel like actually the male Virgos are a lot more like control freaky and particular than the female Virgos. They definitely like order in their lives. I'm not on that level, so. But a point where I am on that level can be shown in this TikTok. But the part where they are critics and perfectionists and sort of like control freaks also shows in that they are extremely helpful and like practical and logical. They will help you study for an exam, and they will also help you get organized to write a good text or anything. They're very meticulous and organized, and they have sort of their ducks in a row, and they are very eager to help as well. Whether or not this is to affirm their superiority complex can be discussed, but no, they actually do care a lot as well. They have a lot of knowledge, and they are willing to share. And this knowledge and overflow of practical and logical senses actually comes from the fact that they are very hardworking and resourceful. Virgos are not just the ones who like lay on the beach thinking about how much smarter than everyone else they are. They actually do work very hard to get the results that they have. Well, Virgo women often have their designated areas for like their main interests, like maybe their bookshelves or their markers that they are very particular about. I feel like Virgo men are very particular and almost borderline neurotic about their cleanliness and organization when it comes to where they live. They're sort of like, that trope or that saying that if your space is clean and organized, then your head is clean and organized. I feel like that is very Virgo men. They like having an organized and clean living space. Like a lot, and their thoughts on what is organized may be a little further than for us other people. As an earth sign though, one thing that is a very big plus with a Virgo man is that they're very sensual. Just like the Taurus and the Capricorn, they are sensual. They can be very slow, they are very caring, and they are also ruled by the planet Mercury, the planet for communication, which means that, like how I said that the Taurus is good with their hands, Virgos are really good with their words. Hint, hint, texting, hint, 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 or phone calls. If you're into a guy who knows his way around words, around texting, around phone calls, especially now in quarantine, hello, the Virgo. So yeah, the Virgo is very loving. He definitely cares more about others than himself. He seems cold, but he's actually extremely caring and selfless. And Virgo men are very eager to please, and they are very attentive. They really listen and care. They just don't care about everyone. They care about the ones they care about, and they care a lot about those, and others are like, okay. A few words on the letter S that I feel like can pretty accurately describe the Virgo is stubborn, shy, sensitive, and sarcastic. Otherwise, the Virgo is pretty hardworking and ambitious. Like, he gets the job done and he does it perfectly, like disgustingly perfectly. The word well does not exist in the Virgo's vocabulary. Done is better than perfect? No, not for him. His motto is more along the lines, you can't have fun until the work is done. And in a relationship, he's pretty low-key. He's not the type for PDA. Like, we literally just talked about Leo and how they love PDA. Not with a Virgo. He likes to keep things in private. Like I said, he is an introvert. He is private, so he keeps his love life private in that way, but he is still very proud of his partner. Like I said, he's super particular and perfectionist, so he thinks you are perfect. So even though he isn't like flaunting you around, like making out with you at a party, he's still like, yeah, that's my boo. You see that? Perfection. Okay, so the Virgo is very harsh. He has a very cut and dry type of communication, and he's not afraid to say it as it is. So if you're going to date a Virgo or hang out with a Virgo even, I hope you're not, what's the word? In the region we call it like hårsår, that you don't easily get offended. To sum up, vocal, intellectual, rigid, genuine, and observant.